Hi there, good morning to you. You're welcome to Newsroom here on GHOne TV. I am Mohammed. Coming up within the next hour, the military has arrested soldier who attacked two civilians at a pharmacy in Burma camp. We speak to the victim and bring you the latest on the matter. 7-year-old girl burnt in private part following series of bedwetting. In this bulletin, we explore child protection as family withdraws the case. We'll touch on Ghana's food security as farmers threaten to boycott 2025 Farmers' Day over worsening crisis in Ghana's food production sector. And elsewhere on the continent, Cameroon opposition vows to resist until final victory over President Paul Biya. We have details of these and many others all in the 60 Minutes built. Please be my guest. Once again, I am Mohammed. Now, the military police have arrested William Mensah, a soldier captured in a viral CCTV footage assaulting a pharmacy attendant and a female customer at a drugstore within Burma camp. In the footage, the perpetrator, dressed in civilian clothing, is seen slapping both victims during a heated confrontation. The incident, according to sources, occurred after the officer in question demanded a refund for a medication worth 65 cedis, which the attendant refused, citing the store's no-return policy. The man then physically attacked both the attendant and the customer. The victims were left visibly shaking following the incident. The military, in a statement, acknowledges the arrest was made on Thursday dawn, with investigations and medical procedures taking place. The armed forces adds that such acts of assault on civilian will not be condoned, nor will any soldier be shielded. Let's engage the owner of the said pharmacy, who will speak to us on the basis of anonymity. Good morning to you, sir. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good. Thanks for having me.
Right. Can you walk us through exactly what you were told, or per your CCTV footage, what happened on that fateful day?
All right. Thank you once again. So, as your viewers and listeners might have seen, gentleman walked in and attacked one of our staff and a customer unprovoked. In summary, I can say that's what happened. The reason being that he had medications that he took home, he had brought back to have changed, and then our attendant did explain to him over the phone that medications sold were not returnable. And agitated. And there are very good reasons why medications sold are not returnable. In this day and age, where there are all sort of viral infections around, you do not want to have people pick medications, take home and bring back. It also prevents tampering of various medication types. There is a chance of people taking it home and swapping them with other cases happening, and some people actually open them and bring them back. And then when he came in, just because that and he failed to understand that he attacked the staff and the customer.
How many of your staff members were present at the time of this incident?
There were two on duty. One was behind the counter as of the time of duty. The other one had stepped out.
At what time exactly, if you have the full report, did this incident happen?
That was about 18 hours and 25 minutes, yeah, so about 6 25 p.m. That's when it happened.
But is this particular soldier a returning customer, or that was his first time?
Unfortunately, I don't know him. It was my first time speaking in our CCTV cameras. It had been there. I'm sure he had been there on previous occasions, but personally, I've never seen him. It was my first time on.
Did you have security at post at the time of this incident?
No, we don't have any security
personnel
at post. There's
a
personnel who work for us. And then, the community, so we protect ourselves as it's a community, so there's no need for additional security personnel at post. But put it rightly.
I mean, the video is quite disturbing. But what's the latest with regards to your staff members who were assaulted?
All right, so after the incident yesterday, the staff was assaulted together with the customer, were taken to the 37 military hospital for...
Hold on, sir. Let me understand this. So one of your staff members and a customer were assaulted?
Yes, one is a customer and the other is a staff.
Okay.
The lady was not a staff. She just came in to get her medications and then he attacked them both.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you are telling me about their current state as we speak?
Yeah, so they were taken to the 37 military hospital where they were medically assessed, given some medical assistance and medication. For a fact, both of them are not doing too well. A gentleman is complaining of severe migraine and experienced ringing sensations because he was slapped several times. The lady, on the other hand, as well, has been traumatized. I can put it in summary, traumatized, still recovering. We've done our best to visit both persons this morning and seen them. And they are trying their best to still come to terms with the reality of what happened yesterday because we cannot make it.
Okay, what would you wish happened? The military says we've arrested this perpetrator, but what would you want happen after this?
From what has happened so far, I would be quick to commend Ghana Armed Forces and the Ghana Police Service. Both of them have shown strong interest in this. I must say nobody has stepped up to say I want to cover anything up, or there's nothing special being done by anyone to make this Huawei.
Okay.
It is running its own course. I don't know any of the military heads who are involved to say that they've spoken to me and it's for that reason that they are doing anything different. They are running their systems perfectly, but it's good to know that when it happened, I personally visited the suspect house. I couldn't get him.
Okay.
The military police themselves went in, and I'm sure by their mechanism, they managed to get him. They arrested him. And I've gone to confirm that, yes, he is in their custody. The police have also reached out because we did report the case to them. They have also reached out that they would also go ahead with that process. So fair recommendations and appreciation to the Ghana Police Service and the military hierarchy, the military system for the various roles they've all played so far.
Okay. After this incident goes to sleep, are you considering getting a security detail to man the pharmacy? Or is something you're considering immediately?
We are open to all considerations to first and foremost protect our staff and also prevent any of these incidents from happening in the future. So why not?
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for speaking to us. I'm sure subsequently we'll come back to you for further updates on this unfortunate incident. But let's engage the Pharmacists Association of Ghana on phone. Hello, sir. Thank you very much for joining us.
Having me.
Hello.
Thank you very much for having me.
Right.
Hello. Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very loud and clear now. Thank you. Upon seeing the viral video as an association, how was your reaction?
Thank you very much. So I am with the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana, the body that leads all pharmacists in the country. And we have condemned in no uncertain terms this reprehensible act. Indeed, it is disheartening to see that the pharmacy, which for many a Ghanaian is the first point of contact for Ghanaians who are seeking help, will have our staff be subjected to such treatment. It is an affront to the discharge of our duties and of our responsibilities, and we condemn it in no uncertain terms. What I am happy about is the swift nature in which the military and the police service have taken this up, leading to the arrest of the gentleman in question. I want to see that the law applies to this man and it serves as a deterrent to all others. The pharmacy is a place for care, not a place for conflict, and this act must not repeat itself within the body fabric of our society.
So, beyond the arrest of this said man, what would you want done as a society? How are you going to ensure also that you're going to protect the people you work with?
Thank you very much. So, the pharmacist, who is a friend of the human race, is there for the well-being and health care of all Ghanaians, of all persons that come to our facilities to seek care. What we want to first call on for the general public is to know that there's a relationship they build with the pharmacist and the pharmacy personnel at our pharmacies. And so, by all means, we must respect that relationship. Secondly, I want to have the police and the military use this as a test case to send a strong signal out there to the general public that indeed, while we work for their well-being, we are not to be subjected to this unfortunate act that has been done by the GHOne. And so the swiftness of the action of the police service and the exact communication of how action has been meted out will be what reinforces the confidence that the pharmacy cadre has in extending pharmaceutical care to the rest of the populace. And lastly, to all pharmacists, that indeed we are there for our clients, we are there for the people, and we must know that our safety is paramount. So in situations like these, where we ought to de-escalate, let's do so. Where we need to report to law enforcement agencies, we do so. But at all times, the safety of the pharmacist and the pharmaceutical care team must be paramount, and we must safeguard that in all the transactions that we so do. This action must not repeat itself ever within the body fabric of the Ghanaian community. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doc, for speaking to us. That's Dr. Paulo Sudonko. He's with the Pharmaceutical Society of Ghana. Let's move on and touch on a rather disturbing story where 7-year-old Amina Abdul Fattah is battling severe burns after her guardian, identified only as Aisha, allegedly pressed a heated spoon against her private parts, upper thighs and bums for bedwetting. She then warned young Amina not to disclose the horrific incident to anyone or face worse. A concerned community leader is said to have reported the matter to the Kotobabi police station, which led to the arrest of the alleged perpetrator, but was later released after pressure from Amina's father and grandmother to settle the matter at home. GHOne TV's Nadima Umar Uthma has more.
7-year-old Amina Abdul Fattah bears scars no child should ever endure. Severe burns allegedly inflicted by her guardian, identified as Aisha. As punishment for bedwetting, Aisha reportedly heated a spoon over a coal pot, pinned Amina down, muffled her screams, and pressed the hot metal onto her private parts, upper thighs and bums.
She bends me because I always wet the bed.
Amina's mother says her daughter was warned never to tell anyone, but her secret pain was discovered by a teacher at school, which led to a concerned community leader to report the case at the Kotobabi police station, leading to her guardian's arrest. However, the case was later dismissed after Amina's father and grandmother allegedly pressured the community leader to withdraw the case, insisting that the matter would be settled within the family.
hospital.
When it happened, they wanted to cover the matter up, but some neighbors came to my daughter's rescue and rushed her to the hospital.
But the 7-year-old's ordeal stretches back years. After her parents divorced, her father took her away as a baby, passing her from one home to another before she ended up with her current guardian, Aisha, who lives in Mamobi, Accra.
She threatened her that she shouldn't tell anyone, but the severity of the injuries alerted the school authorities.
Her mother, Salamatu, insists she only found out about the incident after a local imam mentioned it during a sermon that went viral on social media. Women and children's rights advocates are now questioning how the police could allow the case to be dismissed and the child returned to those accused of harming her.
It was first sent to Nima police station, and then they redirected them to Dovsu, I believe, in Kotobabi, and they forced him to take the case out. And he told me that he was forced to sign the docket or something so that the case will be taken out of the police station. Now, both the police and the family, because the police was telling him he's not family, and that is where I'm mistake. I don't understand. I'm confused. So I want this to be cleared. Dovsu is there to protect the rights of the child, and a crime was committed, and it was reported. And now you are saying because the father didn't come to report it, you took the case out. So who is to protect the child?
For now, 7-year-old Amina is recovering from her wounds, while her mother Salamatu continues to fight for custody, justice, and a safer future for her daughter. Reporting for GHOne News, I am Nadima Umar Uthman.
Well, the latest on this as we speak is that the perpetrator has currently been picked up and she's at the Nima police station. We'll visit that story and then bring you updates accordingly. This is Newsroom. I'm back after this breather. Stay with me. You're welcome back. This is Newsroom here on GHOne TV. I am Lily Mohammed. Now, the Member of Parliament for Ifia, Isaac Boama, is urging the Speaker of Parliament to be firm on MPs who failed to attend sit-ins. Speaking on GH today, he expressed disappointment in the majority for their poor attendance, despite having over 180 members of Parliament. According to him, although the required quorum is 92, fewer than 30 members were present on Wednesday.
I'm particularly concerned with the posture of MPs on the majority side. You know, Frank was finding it difficult to navigate his path. The Constitution, Article 102 of the 1992 Constitution is clear. It says that the quorum for Parliament to do business is 1/3. So if you don't have 1/3 of your members of Parliament present in the House, business cannot go on. And what is 1/3 of 276? It's about 92. So for Parliament to effectively commence business, you need a minimum of 92. What is the number of the majority? 187 plus. If you add even independent MPs, they're going into about 190. So on what basis would we come to the House and not get quorum when majority sits at over 190?
Now, responding to this, Member of Parliament for Afadjato South, Frank Afriyie, says majority MPs often miss sit-ins due to their dual roles as ministers and other committee responsibilities. Speaking also on GH Today, he admitted that while these duties can be overwhelming, MPs must still make an effort to attend parliamentary sit-ins to set a good example for the ordinary Ghanaian.
MPs do a lot beyond the real process of lawmaking in the chamber. Each of us belong to committees of the House, and committee work sometimes takes several hours, and then it is indeed the most detailed work that must be done behind the scene before it is brought to the plenary for the debate to ensue and for the bills to be considered through all the stages here and there. And so Mr. Speaker knows, but you see, optically, we have a responsibility to let what the Ghanaians see encourage them, because we make the laws, and every workplace in this country and globally, you are supposed to, once you are hired, you are supposed to go to work.
Meanwhile, the Executive Director of the Parliamentary Network for Africa, Sami Obeng, has emphasized the need for stricter accountability regarding MPs' attendance in Parliament. In an interview with Start Today, he stated that members of Parliament represent thousands of constituents and failure to attend sit-ins denies those people a voice.
Well, you see, our rules are specific when it comes to attendance to Parliament.
Right.
And what gets done to members of Parliament who do not attend to sit-ins. I've always maintained that if you're a member of Parliament, you are one of the 276 people who the 30 plus million Ghanaians have given the mandate to go represent us. On an average, we're looking at about 100,000 people per constituency. It means that any single day that you fail to attend Parliament, you are denying about 100,000 people the opportunity to be heard in Parliament. And that is very unfair to the people of Ghana. And that's why the framers of the Constitution placed it in there, that if consistently you fail to show up in Parliament over a period of time, then there are measures to be able to put you before the right committee of Parliament for you to go answer questions on why you are not showing up. And if you have just cause for why you don't need to show up or you've not shown up, then you can go scot-free. If you do not have just cause, then you've got to be punished, including the sanctions that have been prescribed by the Constitution. It is worth noting that it's not as if Parliament is so stringent that members of Parliament cannot absent themselves. There are procedures in Parliament that allows a member of Parliament who thinks he would be absent.
Moving on, the former Director General of the National Service Authority, Osei Asibi, has been granted bail by the High Court in Accra in the sum of 800 million cedis. This follows his plea of not guilty to 14 counts of charges on Thursday, October 30, comprising 7 counts of causing financial loss to the state, 6 counts of stealing, and 1 count of money laundering. In addition to the bail sum, he is to produce 6 sureties, and the security for the bail sum must be justified with landed property equivalent to the bail sum. The court, presided over by Justice Kizita Nakowakwashi, also ordered that he be placed on the Ghana Immigration Service stop list. The sureties, the court said, are to deposit copies of the identification cards with the registry of the court. The accused person is also required to report to the NIB headquarters on the first and third Wednesday of every month. Furthermore, the court ordered the accused to submit all relevant passports and deposit them with the registry of the court. The prosecution has been ordered to file their prosecution evidence, and the case has been adjourned to December 1, 2025. Now, the Environmental Service Providers Association, ESPA, is threatening to withdraw services nationwide over unpaid arrears owed by metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies. The association is sounding the alarm on the impending collapse of Ghana's waste management system, warning that immediate government intervention is necessary to avoid a national sanitation and public health emergency. Addressing a news conference here in Accra on Wednesday, October 29, Executive Secretary of ESPA, Amo Furientri, underscored that service providers were on the verge of shutdown due to mounting financial pressure.
Several critical waste management facilities, including landfill sites, solid waste treatment plants, transfer stations, and wastewater treatment facilities, are struggling to stay functional under mounting financial pressure. Rising operational costs in fuel, electricity, labor, maintenance, coupled with high energy tariffs, inadequate revenue inflows, high cost of capital, and long delays in service payments have pushed the sector to the brink. Currently, service providers who have borrowed money from the banks, creditors, suppliers, and other partners in order to sustain operations find themselves in the position where such support has ceased and in most cases have been threatened with court action. We therefore appeal to the government for the immediate release of outstanding payments owed to all waste management contractors by the 7th of November 2025. Without this intervention, service providers may be forced to suspend operations nationwide, a move that could trigger a national sanitation and health emergency. This measure, if taken, would lead to the outbreak of diseases such as cholera, typhoid.
Let's engage the President for the Chamber of Local Governance, Richard Fiadumo, for more. Thank you very much for joining us, sir. Good morning to you.
Good morning and good morning to
from where you sit, why do you think we have gotten to this extent?
Thank you very much. I think that admittedly, if they have performed any service and the government told them, the government has an obligation to make sure it or the service provider. But why we have gotten to this stage is also the fact that the service provider largely is being controlled by GHOne. So now that it is GHOne that is actually owed, and some of GHOne's contracts with the government have been truncated or abolished. That is where we are seeing what we are seeing. So ESPA is largely made up of GHOne, and GHOne was the major service provider when it comes to working with the government in terms of the education conditions and waste management. So that is where we are. But clearly, we are just hiding behind association and ESPA. We doing the press conference. But the truth of the matter is that it's largely GHOne have issues with the government now, and payments are outstanding.
But how do we address this? I mean, they have issued threats so that we do not have a health emergency on our hands.
Oh, like I said, once government owes the service provider, government has a responsibility to pay. As for why government has not made money available for the service providers to be paid in terms of the work they've done, sanitation and the waste management, we can only appeal to the government, but I honestly don't think that it should also be issuing such threats, because we also know what has happened in the past. A lot of times that people have gone to death when work has actually been done. So I think that we are not too interested in any back and forth issues on this particular one. I agree that if they lay down their tools, the issues of unsanitary conditions, it will lead to cholera and as they themselves have mentioned. And the fact of the matter is that they should also consider the fact that this is a new government that has just come. Yes, 10 months is enough, but they should give the government a little bit more time and not to begin threatening the government with this promotion of claim that they're going.
Okay.
But yes, the government owes them.
All right. Doc, thank you very much. That's Dr. Richard Fiadomo. He's the president for the Chamber of Local Governance, Challok. Now, there's growing tension in the Jama North District of the Bono region following the allegations of extortion and harassment against some police officers stationed at a checkpoint near Duadaso along the Sampan Soko Highway. Residents, including farmers, teachers, and health workers, claim they are being intimidated and forced to pay illegal fees.
The Sampan-Koko Highway in the German North District serves as a lifeline for hundreds of farmers and traders who transport cashew and other produce daily. But for many, the stretch near Duabuso has become a source of fear and frustration. Residents allege that police officers stationed at the checkpoint have turned the post into a money-making venture, demanding bribes from motorists and commuters before allowing them to pass.
My receipt. Yeah, my receipt. Say, me draw. Me down who say. So me draw ya and I'm ba so second team beba. Omo gina wa. Catch omo so mo frɛ omo no mo wa ha no. The o check no. And omo nim. Sir, I'm in picture. I'm stopping me my car show. Why? Yeah, yes, I don't know what it. Yeah, no, ever. Eh? Yeah, Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire. Could say me and Cote d'Ivoire run this.
According to information gathered, the alleged extortion network is believed to be operating under the German North Police Command. Teachers, health workers, and peasant farmers say they are routinely harassed and intimidated, and in some cases detained for refusing to pay illegal fees.
Okay, don't touch me. Where's your handcuff? Masa, where's my handcuff? Okay. Where's your handcuff? Where's the handcuff? So, which one do you want me to? Where's the handcuff? Take the handcuff, my friend. How dare you? You are taking for yourself. You are talking to you say who? Hey, I have my staff in here. Don't bring yourself here. Don't bring the handcuff. What do you mean? You are talking with police officers. You are taking a message. What do you mean?
Residents insist several complaints have gone unanswered, and they now want the Inspector General of Police, the Interior Ministry, and the Bono Regional Security Council to investigate the matter and bring any culpable officers to book.
Obia is who protecting the panel. We are just exerting authoritarian rule on people. Did you even hear my side of the story? I'll listen to my. Yeah, you will listen to your one. Of course, that's what you do. Why you told him that he can't do anything to you? Oh, when was that? When was that? You were telling me. You see, you are not even being truthful. Oh, how will I lie? How would you lie? That's just a blatant lie, because I didn't say that. Lying? What you said is a lie. It's a blatant lie. Okay.
Now, over 200 women at Abuabu in the Asokore Mampo municipality of the Shanti region have benefited from a free breast cancer screening as part of activities marking World Breast Cancer Awareness Month. The exercise attracted a team of 18 medical professionals from the Kofano Teaching Hospital and the Mensure Government Hospital. The initiative forms part of the Prudential Bank's annual Corporate Social Responsibility Program.
The exercise was designed to enhance healthcare accessibility and convenience for women in Abuabu area. Mr. Frimpong further stressed the need to make breast cancer awareness a daily topic to help dispel myths and empower women to take advantage of their health.
Early detection saves lives. And that's what we are doing this. So it's absolutely free. We have 4-in-1 things. When people come, we sensitize them. There's an education. The nurses and the doctors here educate them on why it's necessary to get checked. And then from there, they go into the mobile clinic, as I mentioned. And then they will do their blood pressure, they will check their sugar before they do their actual breast screening. And when there are issues, the doctors are here to consult. And then we take the matters after that. But we believe that, look, it's not always about collecting money from people, but we need to give back.
Madam Mimuna Ezendi, a midwife at Malaysia Government Hospital, highlighted that although the exact cause of breast cancer remain unknown, certain risk factors, including the use of skin lightening products, hair relaxers, smoking, and excessive alcohol consumption, can increase one's vulnerability. Caution against using unverified traditional remedies.
Just do self-breast examination at home within 2 to 5 minutes of your time to be able to detect any abnormality so that we can be able to help you. And for those of us who take alcohol, cigarettes, weed, and other stuff, we should try as much as possible to minimize it, if possible stop it. And also, if you have a family history, you should try and go to the hospital, or whenever you hear a screening, something going on, try and take part.
The screening exercise coincided with global efforts to raise awareness about breast cancer on our survivors and reaffirm commitment to equitable access to healthcare and improve outcomes for all. Isaac Justice Bidiako, GHOne, Kumasi.
Now, access to healthcare continues to be a major concern for many Ghanaians, especially those in the informal sectors. In the Bono region, the National Health Insurance Authority has rolled out a mass registration exercise to ensure that everyone, particularly market women and traders, can renew or register their cards without financial or distance barriers.
The Bono Regional Office of the National Health Insurance Authority has taken healthcare registration to the doorsteps of residents, setting up desks at markets, lorry stations, and communities across the region. The move, led by the Regional Director Isaac Amponsa Bedu, seeks to reach busy traders and informal workers who often miss registration due to their daily schedules.
Probably their cards are expired. They need to renew it. Some too have to do a fresh registration. But if you go to the community and you don't meet them, definitely it will be a rotational sort of thing. So we needed to go to them for them to also have the cards.
Isaac Bedu praised President Mahama for clearing all outstanding health insurance debts, a development he said has boosted confidence among service providers and ensured the timely payment of claims up to August this year.
This is what the Mahama Care policy is coming to absorb, and you can only access healthcare if you have the National Health Insurance card. So we use this opportunity as well to also educate them.
The NHIA cautioned health facilities to operate strictly within their approved service levels to prevent illegal payments by patients, warning that those who flout the rules risk losing their claims.
It is against our certification that you cannot take care of that patient whose ailment is beyond you. If you do that, you cannot submit claims for payment because we have not given you that certification as a cheap compound.
While some participants commended the authority for bringing the registration exercise closer to them, others appealed for a review of the drug list to include more medicines under the NHIS coverage.
Let's now bring you the latest in business.
The Business Brief is brought to you by CompuGhana, passion for technology.
You're welcome back. In business news this afternoon, the leadership of Ghana's rice producers, maize farmers and Apex agribusiness associations have announced a nationwide boycott of the 2025 National Farmers' Day celebrations. In a statement, the farmers said the decision reflects their growing frustration over the worsening crisis in Ghana's food production sector, especially among rice, maize and soya producers. They explained that despite several government assurances, no meaningful action has been taken to address the challenges confronting them. As a result, many producers have been unable to sell their harvest from the 2024 farming season. Let's engage the former director of the Peasant Farmers Association of Ghana, Dr. Charles Nyaba. Thank you very much for joining us, Doc. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you and your colleagues and then the listeners.
You have raised concerns about Ghana's food security, for which you are threatening to boycott the National Farmers' Day celebration. How deep is this situation that we are looking at?
Yeah, this is really dear and it's very serious. You know, as a farmer or even as a businessman, you should be happy if you're making profit or your yields are increasing, your productivity is increasing. It is unfortunate that we have been able to increase our yields, increase our productivity, but we are still lamenting. And why so? In 2024, what we produced about 1.3 million metric tons of rice. As we speak, we just took a cursory data of rice in our warehouses as of last week. And it's still about 200,000 metric tons of rice that we are not getting market. And this year, harvest has started, and we went to most of the places. Upper East, for instance, about 400,000 metric tons have already been harvested. Northern region, about 300,000 metric tons. Northeast, about the same. Volta, about the same. And most of the growing area, they've harvested. And nobody is interested in buying the rice. Okay? And what is the cost? The cost is very simple. There were contracts given by government through National Food Buffer Stock for people to buy rice for school feeding program. Those people decided to import expired rice from Vietnam and Thailand. Now, instead of bringing them through the legal borders, like the port, for them to pay the right tax, they don't do that. They send them through the illegal borders, through the Burkina Faso, Togo, Burkina, and the Ivory Coast. When they get to Ghana, they rebag them, they repackage them, and then put them in the market. So because they are dodging taxes and they are also expired products, they get them very cheap. So they become cheaper than the healthy local rice that we process here. So they then buy those ones and then put it in the market. So no consumer is interested in now buying the local rice, which is more quality, and then the price is also high. So that is the main crux of the matter.
Okay.
Now, we approached government, we approached the ministry, we didn't force them, we negotiated, and they agreed that they were going to let National Food Buffer Stock approach us and buy these commodities, the meal ones. A statement was even issued in 23rd September in support of that. We were only surprised last week, to hear from NAFCO that they've already given contracts to people, and those people have bought and they are still buying. Yet our members who form majority of farmers in this country, none of them have even seen these people on the field buying. So we think that state bodies that are responsible to ensure that the taxpayer money is properly used are taking us for granted. Because the money that is released to buy from the farmers is not from an individual packet. And if you are buying from the farmer, you are not only buying for Ghanaian consumers to eat healthy rice, you are growing the economy because we're creating job opportunity for our own people. We are stabilizing the economy. So why would some few individuals decide to take the law into their own hands, do the illegality, and then all of us will be suffering? So that's where we are.
But Doc, every year you come up with these same threats of boycotting the National Farmers' Day. Later you rescind the decision. Is it that in previous years you were engaged, your concerns were addressed?
Yeah, to be very honest, it's not every year. Let me correct you. I think in 2019, similar event occurred when we threatened to boycott it. To be very honest with you, if you don't give any credit to Akufo-Addo, I'll give him. Akufo-Addo quickly responded to an extent that he made a statement that his wife should start cooking the local rice. And many Ghanaians started eating. There was shortage of rice that year. And as I said, it's not like we are interested in boycotting and we are just threatening. We are not interested in boycotting the Farmers' Day. After all, it's meant for us. So after this, if the ministry found sense in what we are doing, and they provide market opportunities and come up with the solutions that we have proposed to them to address the challenges in the rice sector, we also present our decision. But if they are adamant and they continue to handle us the way they are doing, the activities we are going to do, the boycotting is only one of them. There are a series of activities that we are going to do to ensure that the president himself come and address the issues.
All right. Doc, thank you very much. That's Dr. Thomas Charles Nyaba, I beg your pardon. He's the former executive director for the Peasant Farmers Association of Ghana. Let's head to the sports world.
The Business Brief was brought to you by CompuGhana, passion for technology.
I am Monica Bukari. Now, head coach of the Black Queens, Kim Lars Bjorkengren, in an exclusive interview with EIB Sports, has assured Ghanaians the Black Queens will go all in to do their best in the next edition of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations.
Of course, you can never say that I can guarantee a goal or something like that. All I can guarantee is that we're going to do our best to make it even better. But there is like 5-6 teams in Africa that actually can win the tournament, and they're gonna sit in their country and in the front of the camera as well and say the same thing, that they're gonna do everything they can to win it. So of course it's gonna be difficult, but we are one of the teams that can doing it, and we're gonna do everything we can to play the final and try to win it. Yeah, she's one of those, like, we have like 5-6 players that have been really close. She had a call up, but she had a small injury a couple of days just before the camp, so she needed to say no. But there are many, like, especially young players that are pushing, some local ones and some there is abroad. So there will probably be a couple of changes, but also we need to remember that this squad now is doing really, really great. So we can't just change it to change it. It has to be of a reason.
Now, Black Queens midfielder Evelyn Bedu has confirmed to EIB Sports they have received the outstanding bonuses owed them from the bonuses medal feat at the last WAFCON from the Ministry for Sports and Recreation. She confirmed an amount of $9,000 check was given to them on Tuesday night after the game against Egypt. The multiple CAF Awards winner also spoke about the next edition of the Women's Africa Cup of Nations WAFCON.
Yeah, and Ghana man who the course, which is 3 months ago. No, now both are in the same case secure the ultimate, which is the trophy, but Banisa and this WAFCON Ankasano is also qualification to the World Cup, which is every player's dream and the country's dream. Say, or be represented in the world level. No, we will do everything, I will say, to make sure say to the top 4 no qualify to the World Cup. No correct said yɛda obi biara o support obi biara o ne yɛ kumbo obi biara no tie chi to make sure say what na yɛ dia no yɛn sabeka nyame adom ne mo push no yɛn saka said motie na yɛn saka $9,000 no. Oh yeah, say afena yɛbɛdi ebreso mfaso.
Now, the international front, coach of Premier League champions Liverpool, Arne Slot, has admitted that there is pressure on him and his team to deliver results and return to winning ways. The Dutch gaffer, whose side have now lost 6 games in the last 7 matches, after yesterday's 3-0 defeat to Crystal Palace in the Carabao Park, says he expects his players to show some character in their next game.
I don't think it's possible if you lose 5 out of 6 that there's now after 6 out of 7 even more pressure. So if you're on a run of results like this, if you play for Liverpool, if you manage Liverpool, you know the pressure is there, and I don't think it has changed much after this loss. But if it did, then the most positive thing about tonight was that. The position we were in, 2-0 down, and we weren't really pushing for a goal because we weren't able to. The fans were behind the team, were supporting us, and that gives me the feeling that Saturday, when our players will show how much it means to them, our fans will be incredibly supportive for us Saturday. But again, we face...
And now for more sports, do join us at 1 p.m. My name is Monica Bukai. Do stay tuned. We have GHOne up next.
Hope and a little excitement to dreamers across the nation. The luckiest Ghana, a seasonal lottery game, is offering citizens a chance to win life-changing prizes while supporting social good.
Endorsed by the National Lottery Authority, NLA, The Luckiest Ghana is an initiative that blends entertainment with empowerment. Open to participants aged 18 and above, the program offers entry into exciting draws through ticket purchases ranging from as little as 1 Ghana cedis to 5,000 Ghana cedis. The lottery includes 3 distinctive categories: instant win, community win, and bonus win, giving players multiple opportunities to win amazing rewards.
The ultimate winner of all that we brought here today is this TV set. And the luckiest of all the lucky people here today, this is your number, 055.
Prizes span from cash and shopping vouchers to televisions, mobile phones, and grand cash jackpot of up to 2.5 million Ghana cedis.
Our ideology is that money doesn't have to stay in the hands of one person. It has to be shared. So if you're an individual who wants to help your community, the community wins is what's good for you. If you buy a ticket, you'll be buying a ticket from every community. So in that community that you buy the ticket from, you can buy as low as 1 Ghana cedis.
The Luckiest Ghana held its very first draw at the EIB network, creating waves of excitement among staff and guests.
For still which are saying?
Which are 60 cedis.
For still one Lusugard. What they're trying to say, my 20 to win.
Brand ambassador for the Luckiest game spoke to GHOne News.
Today we are giving them the opportunity to taste how beautiful the luckiest is. And this is our way of doing so. We're giving them the opportunity to buy tickets up to 20 Ghana cedis, and then you get a coupon to participate in this draw that we're about to have.
Workers had the opportunity to participate and walked away with various prizes, including electronic gadgets and other valuable items. Beyond rewarding lucky winners, the Luckiest Ghana is also committed to social impact. As part of its corporate social responsibility, the initiative is extending support to persons with disabilities, helping to create opportunities and improve livelihoods within communities.
We are providing white skins for all the blind people in various homes, and then the disabled people who do not have wheelchairs, we are looking at giving them electric wheelchairs.
According to the organizers, the initiative seeks to support citizens during challenging economic times while promoting responsible gaming and fostering community development. The Luckiest Ghana is more than just a game of chance. It's about inspiring hopes, spreading joy, and helping everyday Ghanaians.
Let's now bring you the latest on the foreign front. Cameroonian opposition leader Issa Chiroma Bakari says he will continue to reject the results of this month's presidential election until he secures a final victory over incumbent Paul Biya. Addressing the regime in a post published on social media, Chiroma accused state institutions of using their power to impose their candidate and warned that the impunity is coming to an end. Chiroma also called on his supporters not to give up, telling them they have a unique opportunity to say enough is enough. Chiroma ended his online address by announcing a new phase of mobilization. And I quote, "Let them rejoice, let them dance. This has only just begun. The third step is coming soon." And that should do for the bulletin led by Eko Boache. Thank you very much. My name is Lily Mohammed. For more news update, kindly log on to starfm.com.